Hey YouTube, it's Brooke. How's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. It's been an intense couple of days. Intense. And I know I mentioned yesterday that my guides had asked me to explain to all of you a connection that I've made with my twins and things that we see in the spiritual community, and tying it all kind of in together, right? Bringing it from the ethereal into the 3D reality, and then having to explain to you guys that some of these things do exist, and sometimes, you know, I don't know how to explain what I know or how I know it. That's just part of my gifts. Is 11 or 111 on my clock. It is part of my gifts. It is part of who I am. It is part of how I channel. Because everybody channels different. So, like, for me, if there's something that I say or I've always said, when I get the download to something that I've always said, and I'm able to piece whatever it is that I've always said scientifically, or piece it together in my birth chart, or piece it together in the big picture of how things are playing out. So my guides keep taking me back to the point of, we are in the process of changing ages, going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. And this is kind of how my Aquarius mind works with my Pisces intuition. Okay, so I knew I was going to have twins. My nose ring's hanging out, it's tickling me. I knew I was going to have twins before I had them. Knew I was going to have twins. What's funny is I joked about it with other people. Okay, I joked about it. What if there's one of each, you know, boy, girl? What if there's two? What if? I don't know, maybe that was a protective mechanism that I developed to still halfway be myself. And people just think, oh, it's a coincidence. So anybody that's been in the spiritual community for any amount of time knows everything has meaning, everything has purpose, right? So fast forward to when the twins, Jacob and Luke, were 6 months old, I discovered a birthmark on Luke that I'd never seen before. And what was funny is they looked just alike. Like when they hit about 3 months old, they looked just alike. And if I go back and look at them in black and white pictures, I have to mentally go back to that moment, to that point in time, to be able to distinguish which one's which, because they looked a lot alike. And as they've gotten older, you know, now they don't. Okay, and so that was kind of, finding their birthmark was the first thing that sent me down, kind of like down the rabbit hole, right? So after I left my ex-husband in 2010, that's when I found Reiki. And I got into Reiki because I could see how much it was healing me and how much it was helping me to be able to leave such a toxic marriage and not be afraid to open a new door, to not be afraid to step out onto a different journey, to be open to so many more things, right? So I found Reiki, and I did my first attunement to be able to do Reiki on my boys, because I knew if what I had lived through affected me as much as it did physically, emotionally, mentally, with them being children, it was doing the same thing to them. And this also opened up a bigger picture of my spiritual journey, my spiritual mission, what I was sent here to do. So I start researching birthmarks, and during this time my kids were 5 years old and 6 years old. They become extremely obsessed with the Titanic. So in me researching birthmarks and discovering that there have been connections made to birthmarks going back to past lives, and that's connected to how you die, and that's connected to your wound, which is kind of funny that in the class that was our Chiron wound. That was something that we've kind of been talking about and working through, and that's when I really started connecting with other parents that had multiples and had natural twins, and started discovering that there's more types of twins than just the fraternal and the identical, and started discovering that there's mirror twins, and with mirror twins, physically on the body, one twin has the organs on the opposite side. So it's like they're literally looking in the mirror at twins. And there's, 7-Eleven. There is twins that, 7-Eleven. Y'all know 77 is my number for twins, right? And then 1111, a lot of people connect that to the twin flame journey. Okay, so anyway, that was a funny scene. So, in going back to my different research on the different types of in the physical 3D twins, I discovered that there's also half identical twins. There is twins that can be completely two different races. Okay, so I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. My kids have the same birthmark, same spot, same size, same shape, like distinct features that look exactly alike. Like their feet looks like it's cut from the same person. Their hands, same way. Ears, same way. Okay? Their eyes, their mouth, but then they have distinct differences, right? So the distinct differences could be the nose. The distinct differences could be the hair color, the skin color, the eye color. Because when you have half identical twins, they get half identical of their DNA from their mother. So you have one egg that splits into two, okay? And then you have two different sperms that fertilize those eggs. So in raising twins and being on this journey, which I truly believe the twin flame journey triggered me to learning and understanding more about the twins that I'm raising, that I'm leading, and connecting that to the different types of twins that you hear when it comes to soul groups. And that's where you connect the monadic or monad twins, okay, your split soul twins, your collective twins. I mean, if we even just break it down and we look at that, being a mother of twins, why are we even questioning it? You know what I mean? Like, Why are we even questioning that it's a possibility? Because I can already scientifically prove if half of their DNA is identical, then one egg split into two. So therefore, my boys have identical half of my soul. Then they have two different parts of their dad. So two different sides, two energetic blueprints. Would that not be split soul twins? Think about it. So, this is what they wanted me to share yesterday. This is what they asked me to share. And, a lot of this was even, triggered deeper once I was like, what, there's a twin flame journey? Like, what is the twin flame journey? Let's figure out what this is. That Aquarius moon in me starts coming out. And I start going, well, let's see if I can connect it to my reality. Let's see if there's any truth to this. Can you talk to people through telepathy? Can you have past lives with people? Can split souls even exist? Right? So, and already researching scientifically that it is scientifically possible to have half identical twins. I had my Akashic records read back in March 2019. And when you have your Akashic records read, the respect and the honor for what the Book of Life holds, because we cannot go into that sacred space to gain knowledge to hurt people along the way. So we have to treat it as a sacred space, right? Being the mother, physical 3D mother, okay, to these twins, I can ask for guidance on what's best for them. I can ask for information to know what I need to give them. What does their soul need? Where do I need to put my focus? And taking on the responsibility of not only energetically within the soul plane of being their mother or their guide, I am incorporating that into the 3D experience that I'm having with them. So I asked the question, I've read a lot about twin flames, and they say that they have split souls. Is it possible for twins to be born that way? Meaning my twins. And the way she explained it to me, okay, is that yes, it's possible. It depends on how traumatic the past life was, that, they needed to have support in this life. They needed to have somebody with them to be able to come down and journey through whatever their soul was meant to journey through. And one energy will be the dominant one that kind of leads the way, while the other one's kind of like, I don't want to say energetically pulled, maybe energetically pushed. It's the best way to explain it. And that's when it hit me. In that moment of, ding, the fries are done, they do have half of me, which is why their gifts are half my gifts, two opposites to them. So, like, for instance, Luke has my gift of knowing things. He has my gift of being able to see the ancestors. he can energetically, intuitively pick up without even trying what's coming. Okay, that's one of those things that I've struggled with of, is this a gift or is this a curse? So I've been able to nurture and this was in 2019, I've been able to nurture and heal that half of me energetically enough to teach him about his gifts. And then that's when it triggered the second Chiron, right? That would be Jacob. That is my empath. That is the one that can vibrationally, energetically feel what's coming. Okay, he is also prophetic, and he will have dreams that come true. So that triggered in me, okay, well, I have to heal both sides of me, the masculine and the feminine within, which goes to the monad twins of carrying the masculine and the feminine within. Okay? So, I don't know why it was important to share that connection that I made and the journey that I've had with them, but you know, my guides are like, Brooke, it's really important that you say this because, you know, this has been the journey of me and the twins. Literally in the 3D, being able to literally put into, okay, this is what people talk about in the spiritual community, but is it real? I mean, if split souls can come together as twins and be born as twins together at the same time, why can't they happen with different families? Why can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's seeing the big picture. So, I don't know. Anyway, it was just important for me to share this. I love you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Talk to you soon. Bye.